god. So apparently to refresh the characters I have so far, I've got me, apparently. That's me. Um, got Shadow the Hedgehog, uh, Juggle Master, which is basically my mate. My official best friend mate, since he's known as my best friend. And has been the best friend I've had so far. Up to now, he's the closest I've got, because he's a type that understands me. The others, not as much. He's that close at the moment, even though we actually haven't met in person. Well, we're sort of planning to in the future. So there's that, which I'm hoping it's like a dream, apparently, that might come true. So there's that. Yeah, so anyway, apparently I decided to give my sister horns, like devil horns and whatever, to make her look like a serious fighter. I got Amy Rose, Sonic, Sonica, which is supposed to be like a child of like Sonic and Amy. Um, Yuna, apparently she's got the eye thing. The well, whatever it's called, apparently to do with like one colour being one colour and one being another colour. It's like some sort of birth issue which results in them having that. So anyone that actually does get one coloured eye and one other coloured eye is actually extremely lucky. Okay, so we got Rouge. I actually reckon she definitely suits as one of the best I actually have made. Um, so I got Melotic. I actually like her outfit. She looks a bit more prettier, denser, wesker. I wish there actually was a bit more features to the customizations, but sadly there isn't. So, Zombie Karen. Again, if you don't know where this one is from, it's from RE2 original and the RE2 remake. She is seen wandering around with the exact same hair and such. In the original, she usually screams like a girl sound, usually, which sounds funny when she does it. It's funny. It's actually funnier than the remakes version because her scream is just funny as hell when she's like got her arms out like that and she's like going towards you. It's just funny, and she ends up like with a head to the side. That's why I made her and just end up calling her Karen because it's funny as hell. Um, okay, moving on. Got Alfred Ashford. Now I put the makeup on purpose because make him look like a girl. It's funny. So we got Ada Wong. So apparently I made her look pretty. Lisa Garland. Cloud Strife. I think the costume probably would have been better, I think, if it had like more outfit choices. But sadly it doesn't. Timmy Turner, and it doesn't really have the hair thing that as the cartoon has. Marge Simpson. I made her eye look black, by the way, because that's what she looks like. In the Mud for The Incredibles, I made her nose huge for a laugh. Sherlock Holmes, which is basically a YouTuber and a close friend that I've known in real life. And he's great. Yeah, he's great. So he does like the look and everything because it actually makes him look a bit more Western or whatever, and a bit of like a thief in a way. because he actually wanted to look a bit more like a cowboy, so it works. Lara Croft, again, best I could basically do for Lara. Got Patrick Star. Got Squall. Um, he's only even got that scar. Now, apparently, he doesn't have a scar in that eye. It's the other eye. He has the scar. It's pretty difficult to do that because the way it's doing it, whatever. I actually do wish it had more options where you could switch the scar to the opposite direction and it end up somewhere else. So you'd be able to switch like features around the face or whatever and make it like that. Like I would have been able to like with Nemesis, like if it's basically it was someone that had like an injury on the eye, like the option to close one eye and then put the scar on that eye to look like you can't open that eye. That would have been incredible, I think. But we'll get to that. So, Sephiroth. Now, apparently, it is hard to get the front part or down or whatever because of the options. Steve Burnside. Apparently we got Steve. Harley Quinn. I had to make her eyes blue because she has blue eyes. So shame I can't really put like a bit of colour on the hair or whatever, like one being blue, one being pink. So can't really do that. Right, Vincent Valentine. Apparently still got red eyes, somehow. Looks definitely demonic. Right, okay, we got Tifa. Now apparently I was working, don't think I was working on her. Basically we've got Alexia. Apparently she walks around barefoot, apparently. Got Zidane from, if you basically don't know who Zidane is, he's from Final Fantasy IX, and he's a thief, that goes after Princess Garnet. He fancies her, and Garnet doesn't feel the same way. She tries to push him away. So apparently, he does get neglected during the game because Princess Garnet's not interested in him. He does end up drunk at a bar, which I find hilarious. So if you haven't played that game, I would recommend playing that. It's funny as hell. And it is easier than 8 because the mechanics are easier. So, okay, moving on. We got the Joker. I actually like the way I did his lips and such. Shame that you can't make it wider, like a mark thing, like a mouth mark thing, like stretch it out. So apparently I made it look like this to actually represent the Joker in a way. So that's what clearly it looks like. It clearly depends on what version of the Joker you would go for, since there's so many. Poison Ivy, I made her have red hair and such. It's tricky for outfits to match them because there's not that many outfits. Okay, so apparently we've got Mystique, known as Raven. So I actually like the way I did her eyes and such. We got the She-Hulk. I did her hair a bit wilder because she's more of a wilder type of girl. Makes her a bit more crazy to batter people. We got Blade. Now apparently I did his eyes black because Blade has black eyes. It doesn't really. I had a look on Google and it didn't show that he had brown eyes. He had more black. So I had to do them that color instead. So apparently I did do that in the end. It's a shame he doesn't have what he did in the film where he had this big massive cape going round down the back or whatever, something like that, like a trench coat thing, to go all the way down. So apparently they don't really do that. So yeah. So moving on, got Tony Stark. Apparently I checked his eyes and whatever. nothing apparently, so that's fun. Made up vampire that I made. Um, got Knuckles. Now apparently I had to mess with his eye to get it purple, so his eye is purple now. Apparently we got Tails. I had to basically do his eyes blue, because he has like a light blue. Okay, I did not mess with Silver. Espio, I had to change the pants because he's a purple type of guy, and I had to do his eyes yellow. And I had to mess around with Jet. I had to make them blue and such, the eyes, and give them that type of hair that Jet would usually have in like Sonic Riders and such, and I give him more of thief equipment, since he is a thief after all. So apparently we've got Manic, which is basically the offspring um, to Amy and Sonic, apparently. Well, at my version, because it's got like one green eye, like dark, and one green eye lighter. It's to show that they're family. So that's why it's got like a bit of purple there to show that its hair is darker. To resemble more of a boy, because if you had like a boy with pink hair, it would just look weird. So apparently we got Nemesis. Now, this is what I'd like to bring up. It's a shame you can't close one eye with Nemesis and position a scar the right way. It's a shame because it would have looked fantastic. So it's a shame, really. Okay, moving on. So apparently we've got Kida. In case anyone doesn't know who Kida is, she's from Atlantis, the Lost Empire, and she's like an Aztec type person that lives in an Aztec area. Now, Aztecs are usually violent in nature. Uh, in the old days, they attacked anyone that came near. They were usually vicious, which I think it was the Spanish, the Spanish wiped them out. So there's a lot of lore surrounding the Aztecs, especially with lore to do with the sun gods and stuff like that, because there's different types to do with like types of curses and whatever. The sun gods to do with praising the sun and such, which I actually link to an allergy of being allergic to the sun, because someone I have seen on basically YouTube basically does suffer from like an allergy. So there's that, and then there's people that are cursed the other way, which are cursed to the moon. Now, most people would think, are you a werewolf? And it would be like, no. So that type of curse is a lot different, because that type of curse goes towards a different curse. Now, that curse is more linked to possession, and that type of possession means it's to do with epilepsy. Epilepsy is to do with like possession, to do with the moon gods and such. So apparently that's why the Aztecs are linked. Basically is a war to them, so it's like sun gods against, so if you like take it to the Devil in Me, no, not the Devil in Me, House of Ashes, which is the Dark Picture series, they clarify that they have the sun god, which is to do with the moon god, which they have a war, and the funny thing is, it all goes to pot, apparently, so there's a huge curse. Hi, MK. Yep, so we got Putin, or should I say, Russian asshole, because that's what he is. Selfish asshole. I don't like him. What I basically do, create all these officers, I'm gonna execute him on the spot. If he tries to join me, I will kill him. It'll be executed, and I don't really care who he is. He'll just be executed and gone. Um, so apparently we've got Zelensky, which is the Ukraine leader, and I praise him a lot because he's keeping everyone together. So so apparently I actually did the color to match country. So apparently he's wearing blue and yellow because it resembles that, while Putin has white, blue, and red. So there you go. And I've got MK on it. Yay! Which I'd probably leave later, I think, to work on. Since I'd have to look at facial features to do that one. I'm surprised Putin is still Russian president. Yeah, he is a jerk. Apparently. So apparently you've got Jill Valentine for Resident Evil. Apparently it's supposed to be the RE3 version. Yeah. Don't think I changed the color, did I? Yeah, I don't think I changed the color. Because there's different patterns to it. Oh, there we go. Sorted. I couldn't really do more of the feet, basically more of the top thing that goes down. But I tried my best. That's the closest you're gonna get to Jill Valentine. Got Claire. I did plan on a Code Veronica, but I couldn't get like the top part right. So that's the best we can get with Claire. So apparently we got Mr. X. With the face and everything. I made his face white. I made him old as hell. He's got the wrinkles on his face. Give him like black gloves and such. So apparently I did this with a copy and paste. We got Sonic EXE. Shame blood isn't an issue though. Shame you can't put a bunch of blood all over him. You just seen my avatar on the live stream because it was a pizza and I think it made Monkey the Cat hungry. Wow. So apparently we got Regina, which I haven't finished yet. Which I'm working on. We got Ashley, which I haven't worked on yet. Kevin, now I reckon he's probably gonna have like a western hat on or something. Jim, he'd have to be brown, because he is brown. About there, I think. So, Jim is brown. We got Barry Burton, Brad Vickers, known as Chicken Heart. We got Jackie Chan, Andre, which is meant to be Andre the Giant, in other words. Sherry, Rebecca Chambers, Beast Boy, Starfire, Raven from Teen Titans, and Nightcrawler. Should be kind of a tail to it though. Right. Oh god, those people are getting roasted today. Wow. You know what's actually mentioned Sonic Destroy the other day? The funny thing is, his channel got gone apparently. His channel's just bloody deleted as hell because everyone was roasting him and they're still roasting his Twitter. They're roasting his Twitter channel about that Sonic plush breakdown thing. It's funny as hell. I just can't stop laughing at it. Right, hairstyle. Nope. Regina. Really? Wow. Yeah, this is still after it. It is funny how they haven't done a YouTube video of it yet. I reckon they will, maybe in the end, I think. At some point they probably might. Right, okay, right, costume. He'll probably make a new one, but will repeat. Oh god. I think he probably might create another one just to troll to crush more blushes that he'd get the hell out of it. And then more people would probably go against him, which would be a big thing on the news or whatever, I think. The way it spreads and it end up on the news, and everyone's just laughing about it because it's funny as hell. You can see everyone laughing. Right, top, bottoms, black outfit. Right, armor, chest. Right, legs. Which will sort the rest in a minute. Regina. Da, 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 da. Right, save. Right, Ashley. Okay. Ashley's hair is. Oh wait. I need to have a look at this. Right, Ashley. Oh wait, RE4 Ashley. Right. Right, okay. Her hair is... Okay, I think I know which one it is, but... Right, hairstyle, base. It's one of those scruffy hairstyles that she has. There we go, Ashley. That's her hairstyle, right there.
Where's your paper?
So yeah. Oh wait, she's gone. Let's see. Ashley Graham. Boy, what the hell? Yeah, that is actually hilarious because it should be shouting Leon help. Can't wait. One sec. Wait one sec. Give me 2 secs. I have to sort something out. Whew. Finally. Whew. Right. Wow, it's empty. I've had a couple of cancellations with orders. From funny thing is, I've had like an order from like 3 people in Ukraine, which I didn't know, and they all got cancelled. With order, which I blame Russia for, because if they hadn't done this, I would have got these plushies. The 3 plushies I would have got if Russia didn't invade Ukraine would have been Sonica, which is a female version of Sonic, Leander, the Echidna, which is from the 30 Years Later comic, which is meant to be an allied Shadow, and Shadow Chow is another one. So the only one that doesn't say it's from Ukraine is Shadow's sibling, Eclipse. That doesn't say it's from Ukraine, which is a good thing. I think that's the only one I'll be getting. Which has me concerned for the movie Sonic 2 plush, because I don't know where it's from. And I'm aware, and I'm hoping I'm lucky to get a hold of that one. Otherwise, I'd have to go for another one and hope that's from. Well, hoping that it's not from Ukraine. Otherwise, it could lead to a lot of issues. That means I'll be getting a lot of my money back, because of the 3. I mean, I already did for the Shadow Chow, but I'd probably get more back, due to Ukraine issues. So there's that pain in the ass. Yeah, so, um, so, that one is fine. That's basically Eclipse, which is pretty much fine. So, the other one is basically Leander, but you can't see it close up properly. It's like down at the bottom right there. That one is cancelled, because of Russia invading. Another one that's cancelled, which I'm disappointed, is basically Sonica. Yeah, that's cancelled. Which I'm pretty shocked by, especially with one of them being Shadow Chow. How can my deliveries get any worse? I mean, Christ. It's like something I did not want to happen, and it happens, and it just makes it worse. Yeah, so, to the leader of Ukraine, fuck you. You get this middle finger for ruining everything. I had to take to Twitter to I had to take Twitter after my order got cancelled, and I had to say that Putin is screwing up my orders on purpose, screwing up all the deliveries to do in Ukraine. I mean, he should give the Ukrainians back their country, instead of invading. Then deliveries wouldn't have been a problem. Mainly everything wouldn't have been a problem. It would have been fine. And this just screws it because they decided to invade. So that's fucked everything up. So sometimes it's like, for example, if you go for ecstasy and you look up plushies from there, and it doesn't say where it's from, and you're concerned on where it's coming from, and there's nothing, and then you get like a message showing where it's from, and then you're like more suspicious because it's from that same area that got invaded, and it made it worse. So a lot of people are having problems um, with deliveries and such. So most of them are getting cancelled, unable to deliver, and such, which has me worrying more. So from what I've shown, apparently, so the first one actually was from Savannah plus something. I forget the name of it now. But it was on there. And the other two that actually did also get cancelled are Victoria Art Crafts and Best Gifts for You. So if you basically see any of these names on Ecstasy, do not go for it at the moment. Do not go for their items. Do not buy Sonic merch from there just yet. Because the items are from Ukraine. A lot of items are getting cancelled because of that, and that's why there's not that much Sonic plushies on there right now, because they're having to take them off because of that. So it is awkward. I mean, Ecstasy should actually put the locations of those items properly, so then you'll be able to see where they're from better, and then able to make that order. Like if you saw like items from like Ukraine, you'd be like, nope, look again. So you basically keep looking and looking and looking until you see something that's not from there, and then the deliveries would come by. Now, from the Eclipse one, I'm happy. It doesn't say it's from Ukraine or anything. Apparently, it says, Fallen Star Zero will start working on this right away. Your order number and so on. We'll email you as soon as it dispatches. So it dispatches in about 8 to 10 weeks. So, so apparently it's not that long. So, I'm actually glad that one didn't get cancelled because, well, at least I get like Shadow's sibling as a plush. So ready for this lucky plush? Yay! This one hasn't got cancelled. Yay! So that just shows it's not from Ukraine. I'm happy. Otherwise, it probably would have got cancelled along with the others, because they got cancelled. It's a shame when they do get cancelled and you like start raging about it and you're like, how many more orders are we going to go through just for it to be cancelled? I mean, Christ. I actually did basically look up on Ecstasy, and I looked up Movie Sonic, and I had me concerned because the one that was cheaper is not on that site anymore. So I started to question if it actually is from there, or something. I have no idea. Okay, so, let's see. Right, okay, so apparently back to the game, I think. So apparently we've still got Ashley. Still working on Ashley, apparently. Apparently she's not that great. I mean, she's bloody hideous. Yeah, so Ashley is annoying whinge bag. Clearly nobody likes her because she screams like hell. To Leon, screaming out, "Leon, help!" Which gets so annoying. Right, okay, Kevin, Ryan, I can't basically spell his name. Ryan, is it? No? Ah, crap. Might as well just put outbreak. I just can't spell his name, to be honest. I basically, after it, oh, Ryman. Ah, drats. Uh, Wait, is his hair black or brown? Looks like it's brown. Right, hair. His hair is brown. His hair is brown. Like a dark color, it looks like. Now, his hair is long. Now, his hair would be... I'd actually call Leon a perv for looking at her. Well, you know where. Oh, I know where. Yeah, the bottom of the ladder. With a rifle looking at her skirts. Yeah, it's just funny. Yeah. I actually found that hilarious because she's wearing a skirt and you just look out with a rifle. I mean, that's where the parody came from. Because actually just stands there or whatever, and then like Leon just tells her to wait there, and he just brings out his rifle and just starts looking up at her, basically at her knickers. And then the merchant comes along and looks curious on what Leon's looking at, and then basically approaches the ladder and looks up at Ashley and says what he is selling, which is pretty funny. And then the X-Men comes along, and then he says that's worth taking my bag out for. Apparently, when he does say that, because that's funny as hell. And then Leon actually does shoot Ashley in a vagina. And then he just mentioned later on about apparently Ashley just getting mad at him or whatever and saying that's not funny. And then Leon says, at least now you can't get pregnant. Because he's destroyed her virginity in that area, so she can't get pregnant because he shot her in that parody. It is funny when he does shoot her and she can't make any more love. What are you looking at? Oh, you birds. Yeah, it is pretty funny because she's like, do not. I mean, could you imagine in the remake where Leon would basically tell the merchants to have a look, and then the merchant just comes up and says, what are you selling? And then Ashley just folds her arms like this, saying, what the hell are you doing, Leon? That's not funny at all. And Leon just basically says, but it is. I mean, you're wearing a skirt, so how can we resist? And then Ashley would say, I'm not talking to you ever again after this. And then Leon would say, fine, I'll sell you to the merchant then if you don't like it. Which I would find it funny because that dialogue would be hilarious. Because actually just that wouldn't be very happy with him at all. Those funny lines better be returning in the remake. I would definitely want that in the remake. Able to look up her skirt. I actually reckon Ashley probably will wear something or covering her ass, I think. Well, which they better not, because it's funny as hell when it actually does look up her skirt. Kind of like take Final Fantasy VII Remake for example. They have coloured underwear to match the skirt or whatever. Take T for example. She's got black underwear and she has like a black skirt. To hide her underwear, but you can't stop looking up her underwear, which is funny as hell. It's like that. So I reckon they probably would put coloured underwear since she wears like, I think it's green, a green skirt. They probably might put green underwear on Ashley, which could be hilarious because it's still looking up her underwear. So again, that would be extremely funny as hell. Um, Definitely worth laughing at. Hey. Okay, that has too long. Nope. um, I think that hair is it? Yeah, that's, Kevin's type of hair. Because he does have hair like that. Wow, that looks so similar. Wow. And Wesker will probably be eating those eggs again in the remake if we play as him. Most likely, if he finds a rotten egg, he'll be chucking it at a chicken or whatever, knowing Wesker. Which would be funny as hell. He'd be like, hey, I have some eggs. And the chicken would probably attack him. And then he would probably say something funny to do with the chicken. I'm like, don't make me make you a chicken barbecue. Or something like, don't make me make a chicken barbecue out of you because I made it. Possibly Wesker probably would make a chicken barbecue out of the bloody chicken. Uh, if it just keeps attacking him for like stealing its eggs and such. You will give me an egg. Looks like the chicken will try to attack him most likely, and like, oh no you don't. Oh no 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 no. And then Wes is like, oh you will give me eggs. I demand it. Uh, I actually would be hilarious and all. Uh, right. Let's see. Jim. Jim. Jimmy boy. Right, Jim. Okay, Jim. Base. No, hair. Yes. Um, I've required an egg. Oh, his audition, his bloopers, DC Douglas's bloopers in RE5 is just hilarious. The way he just straight out says to do with like certain things and whatever, and when he's like in a stream with RE5, oh, it's hilarious. He talks to Excel like she's a real person to him. It's funny, like about getting laid and such. It's hilarious. You just can't help but laugh at him. There is another one that's funny like him, called Evan, I think his name is, and he's actually the OG Brad from Resident Evil 3, and he's hilarious as hell. Because when he does all this shit, he says funny things as well. He still got it too as Wesker. Yeah. Imagine if DC Douglas's Wesker met like the OG Brad. Apparently, that would be hilarious. Just meeting up or whatever and having like conversation between each other. That would just be hilarious. Having the two actors meet up and having actually talking to each other as those characters. In a funny conversation. That would be funny because like Wesley would say something that would offend that version of Brad, and then Brad would come out and probably say, "At least you weren't chased by Nemesis like I was," and then Wesker would probably say, "Yeah, but you got killed by Nemesis," and then Brad would probably say, how dare you?" And then Wesker would probably laugh his head off, saying, pathetic. You're unlike a chicken, which is physically into it with your name. And Brad would go, I'm not a chicken. And then Wesker would be like, well, why is your name called Chicken Heart then? you ran away from the helicopter and such during the Spencer Mansion, and he'd be like, no, I didn't. And like, yeah, you did. We saw you fly away, you coward. Uh, I mean, that is funny because that's the way I could see it happening in a dialogue thing with him. Just literally him taking the piss out of him. Right, yellow hair. You clearly know who I'm making up. Let's see. He's got it looks like he's got pink lips. Oh god. Makeup. Lips. But wait a minute, his skin is darker. Oh great, I can make his skin darker again. His skin is dark. Okay, back to makeup. Okay, now that looks accurate. Yeah, it looks accurate. Looks like Jim now. Out of Outbreak. I actually wish there was like dialogue now that you could put in this game, like Jim saying my life is shit. Right, Barry Burton. Barry Burton. I know another funny idea. Capcom can add in the remake having Leon in the toilet when he saw one. Yeah, the funny thing is, they could have done that with Leon. Even though there was the girls' toilets, he could have like had an interaction with the boys' toilet and said, "Why is it always the men's toilet that ends up having a flat issue?" Something like that. He could have interacted with that toilet, and then he would walk into the girls or whatever toilet and say something like, "I'm not supposed to be in the girls." It feels weird. Something like that, like, would have been funny, like him saying that, and then basically when he pees, in the girls' toilet would be funny as hell as well. Like he uses the toilet or whatever, and like he would say, "Now I really shouldn't overcome my welcome." And then he would add, "I hope there's no girls around to see me pissing." Something like that would have been funny because it would basically add nervously to his character thinking, yeah, I shouldn't be doing this in a toilet that's not the men's. So in a way, he's doing it in a toilet that he shouldn't be doing it in, so he'd feel nervous about it. It would be extremely funny. Especially him possibly interacting with more of the environment as well, like other areas and such, like to do with like maybe something to do with like the radio thing in the store's office. Like he sees it and he's basically interacts with it and he's like he just messes with it and then he gets a call coming through or whatever through it. Because of Leon accidentally pressing on something which he doesn't really know how to cut out with a bloody radio thing, and he ends up accidentally calling an Outbreak character on the line, which would be funny. Leon knock on the door while Ashley's still sitting on the toilet, and Ashley telling Leon to go go away. I'm not finished yet. Now, if there was a toilet in the RE4, that would have been funny. Yeah, like yeah. Like, Ashley is probably on the toilet doing a thing, because we know how women sit, so, Leon would basically just barge in, and then Ashley just slaps him on the face and says, "Get out." I'm not finished, you perverts. Yeah, something like that would have been funny, because Ashley would just not be amused at all. She'd be pissed as hell. It would be funny, give me something to laugh about. As well as like a couple of other things Leon could possibly do with Ashley, like looking at her breasts and then like Ashley just basically like this and like, stop looking, you perverts. That's funny. Now imagine basically if Leon pulled it on Ada or whatever, like imagine doing that to Ada. Ada would basically turn around and just shrug it off as in she wouldn't really care at all. I'm like, now who's the one being flirty? Something like that, and then Leo would turn around and like, I didn't mean to. And then she'd be like, I'm pretty sure you did mean it. Which I think would have been funny, the interaction between Ada and Leon, like, saying something like that. Would have been funny. Like, Leon would basically be looking at her in a way that's funny as hell. And Ada basically knows he's trying to command her. Which, again, I see funny as hell. That would work so well. I would have been laughing the entire way through. It would be funny or something to laugh about, definitely. Uh, definitely something that probably would be worth it. With the conversation and such. Right, his hair is... Barry's hair is brown. Dark, though. Ada wouldn't care if Leon didn't. That's where she'd be looking at Leon funny. Yeah, that's what I was on about. She would, like, talk about how, Leon is coming on to her and trying to be flirty towards her while Leon would try to shrug it off. Acting nervously around her saying that, and Ada's like, you know you could have called me about this, you know? Something like that. Like, she actually wants to actually get hooked up with him, but Leon just keeps turning it down like he can't. Like, he just can't say anything else towards her. It's funny. Even though deep down they would be good in a relationship and they would have a good closure towards this story arc, end up settling down. Like, Ada retires as a spy, and they have a kid, which would end up as a spy, I reckon, like a spy agent, which could be a good route, I think, to bring in another character, in that sort of way, and then there's like other characters that would have a closure, so there's that. Let's see, Brad Vickers, Chicken Heart. Chicken Hearts. Oh, Brad Vickers. Right, Brad Vickers has got brown hair. Good to know. There's a good example of screaming. Screaming at the hands of Nemesis. Okay, that's a good example. So he has brown hair. It's not too dark, not too light. So it's a little bit darker. that looks too dark. Whoops. Oh wait, now I have to make it dark. Oh well. First I thought it was black. Right, apparently we've got Jackie Chan here as well, so... right, Jackie Chan. Okay, so he's tan in color. He's like really tan. Something like that, I think. Right, face. He is old. He actually is really old. Okay, I think that's the best for him, I think. He does wear glasses. Eyes, 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 eyes. No, that's not it. Face. No, that's not it. Facial features. Okay, I think it's facial features. Nope. Nope. Okay, that's the best I can get. Okay, so he has, I think it's black glasses, is it? Yeah, it's black. Right, okay, his hair. Hair. So he has black hair. Hairstyle. Something accurate. I think that's the closest I'm gonna get. I think. Yeah, I think that's the closest I'm gonna get to Jackie Chan's hairstyle. Right, right, next character, Andre. Now, Andre is... Right, Andre the Giant. Right, now, he's actually huge. Right, yeah, he's huge. Face, doesn't look too old in the picture. Eyes, nope. Ears, nose, oh god. Okay, so he's very, very tall. He's got a big head. But he's actually overweight. He's got big chests. Right, Sykes, no, I've done that. He's 20, not 18. Right, okay. I can sort the rest out later with him. Right, the other one. Right, Sally Acorn. Sally. Okay, so she's... Right, she's brown. I have to make her even browner. Okay, that's brown. Right, hair. Her hair is actually red. it shows it as brown. Like a brownie red, I think it is. I think it's a brownie red. Okay, that's the closest I'm gonna get to her. Okay, so she has blue eyes. Right, okay, oh wait. Her eyes are actually wider than that. Okay, that's better. Right, hairstyle, right, hair. Nope. Nah, too long. I don't know. um, uh, nope. Something like that, maybe? Sides, none, apparently. Back. Okay, not bad. She does have ears. Ears. No, that's facial features, I think. Yeah, no. I think it's hair, headwear, ears. She has ears. Oh wait, there we go. Ears. Hooray. Okay, right, that's Sally's. Right, okay, back up. Okay, back to Regina. Regina. Dino Crisis. Okay, okay, Regina. Okay, so armor. Shoes, she wears boots. Because she's very booty. Very booty. She's very booty. Alright, black boots. Yep. That's dot already. Right, arms. Costume first. Bottoms. Right, take the pattern off. Now, she has grey pants. Right, okay, that one's sorted. She has black as her top. No, too sexy. Nope. 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 This is tricky. Unless I put her like that. For now. Right, armor, arms, let's see, chest. I think I can put something on a chest. Nope, too much armor. Nope. 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 Nope, it's not her. Nope. Nah, that's, I think she does sort of wear armor. Again, it's not good though, because it doesn't look like it. Nope. It just looks like a bunch of trash. Nope. Okay, I'm gonna have to stick with that one. Yeah, I'd have to stick with that outfit. Okay, that's Regina. Right, back to Ashley. Crybaby. Yeah, back to Crybaby. Graham. RE4. Right, okay, she has... Okay, she has, right, let's see, costume, no, not that, armor, chest, oh wait, that's perfect. Right, I think it's red. No, wait, it's brown. Yeah, it's brown. Like, really, really brown. Okay, she has an orange shirt. Costume, orange. Too sexy. Nope. Okay, that's better. It's actually way better now. Bottoms. She wears a green skirt. For it first. Right. Okay. Skirt. 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 Short skirt. She wears a short skirt. Okay, fair enough. Right, armor, shoes, she wears boots. Right, boots, 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 boots. Right, color it darker. Like a brown. There we go. Crybaby has got it now. Uh, Ashley is now in the game. Oh god. Right. Kevin. R-E... Kevin. Okay, so Kevin has... I think it's boots, I think. I think Kevin has boots. Right, right, man. Kevin. Okay, right, right, costume. Blue, it needs to be darker though, because this is Kevin after all. Has different shirts. So he's top off. I can always stick armor on him, like, right, trousers. Actually, darker. Right. 4, nope. 8. Okay, right, whoops. Right, shoes. Right. So his shoes are black. Right. Right. He wears black gloves. Nope. He doesn't wear that. No. Don't wear armor on him. Nope. That could work. I reckon. Yeah, it actually could work. Right, okay, gloves, arms, hands, make it black. Right, 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 back to Jim. Right, Jimmy boy. Right, Jim has white shoes. Right, white shoes. Bottom. Okay, so it looks like he's wearing white pants. Definitely does look like he wears white pants. Right, bottoms. Right, needs to be long. Like that. Okay, so he wears a blue top, but not too light. Oh, there, I think. Um, uh, nope, nope. That could work. Yeah, she could work for Jim. Right, Barry Burton. Next. Yeah, well, I might as well play some scenes, I think, for a laugh. Play some scenes with some funny Ari characters, in a way, for a laugh. Right, events. Take up arms. Ooh, ruler. Someone is the ruler. I'm gonna make this funny because it's funny as hell, in a way, so... Right, okay, so as a leader, I'm going to put, let's see, okay, right, Nemesis, aid, I'm going to put, right, somebody that would be like on his side, sort of. Unless I put, oh wait, no, I haven't finished Jill yet. Wait, no, wait, I have finished Jill. So Jill's gonna be at his side, and somebody looks at them. Somebody. Oh, I know! Putin. For a laugh. Since he's a jerk. There we are, Jill.
俺の夢はこの手に天下をつかむことだ。ついてきてく
There
れ
he
る
is
か。
at the star.
はい、私のすべてをかけてあなたをお支えします。
I actually like what I did with his, like, colour of his eye and such. And there's Putin! Or known as President Pratt, in other words. He's jealous because They're better than him.
見てろ俺様が必ず天下を取って
Definitely the type of thing he would say. Bot alert. Let's see. But. Comments. Video. I'm sick of these bloody bots. Pain in the ass. Banned. Thanks, okay. Right. Right. Let's see. Right, let's see. Report, remove, find timeout. Oh, I know. Timeout. There we go, Lord Dusha. You are timed out for 300 seconds. And not only that, but, you are basically blocked. Yeah, that person is blocked for trying, so. Alright. Yeah, we win this fight. But couldn't give me a chance to finish it. That just goes to show how much of an asshole that bot is. Let's see. Oath of Brotherhood. Confession. Oh, I know. I'm gonna just make this look funny as hell. Right, Mr. X is going to marry, Christ, where is he? Where is he? Where this is, wait, did I put Nemesis? Oh, yeah, I did. Right, Mr. X, where are you? Mr. X. Time up. 1,800 seconds and panic again. Oh, cool. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, that actually would be hilarious. Right, okay, Mr. X. Right, Jill. Oh god, everyone's gonna be watching on the sidelines. Right, Claire, right, nope. Someone really evil related. Alexia. Okay, and play. This is gonna be one of the funniest things happening in these. Oh wow. Hey. Time out for 9,999 seconds and done it again. That's better. It actually is better, actually. 10 times better. Mr. X and Nemesis are getting married. And there we go, Jill, Alexia, and Claire. Just watching the marriage.
恥ずかしいやら嬉しいやらなんとも妙な気分だな。
Oh my god.
お前と結婚できたこと
They're
嬉しく
literally
思う。
getting married.
これから共に歩んでいこう。
Oh my god. Okay, oh god. Yeah, they're getting married. Yeah, Nemesis and Mr. X are getting married to each other. And literally they actually did get married. What if I can actually make this even funnier? Oh god. Oh, I know. Oh god. Okay, that is just funny as hell. Okay, this actually is gonna be funny. Right. Right. Okay, so Putin is going to be marrying himself. Double marriage. Hey. Oh my goodness. They're getting married to each other. Putin's marrying himself.
民に祝われ、隣には天下一の女房がいる。いや、めでてえ。お前には天下をやったって惜しく
Not
ね
even a girl.
え。それぐらい惚れてんだぜ。
Oh my god. I'm actually do that for my Nightbot. Timer's bot out for 9,199 seconds. That's actually cool. Banning them for that amount would be even funnier. Meaning they wouldn't be able to respond. Yeah, that actually would be hilarious. Let's see. Chaotic game. Oh, I know what to do with this one. Right. The enemy opponent officer would be Nemesis. Nemesis. Right. Officer that thinks what the hell would be Mr. X. Okay, this is going to be funny. Like, they play a game of chess and then one of them has a crisis issue. Ooh. Nemesis is not happy that he lost. Right, dancing. Oh god, no, I'm just thinking it. Oh no. Oh my goodness me. Oh no. This is also going to be funny. Oh god. These dances were fun. Right. Ooh, might as well put some Claire and Jill in there. And Jill saves the day.
ありがとうございます。
Yeah, Jill saves the day. She shoots the tiger. Right, confession, wedding, grand defense. Right, Okay, we're gonna put a bit of Ashley in this. Oh god. Hey. The annoying idiot, in other words. Ashley. There we go, Ashley. Now, if only that type of Ashley actually was the type that should have been in Harry for like, or a savior or something like that. Let's see, grand fete, wedding, oh, I know. Have nothing but Ashley. Oh god, this is gonna end up turning out terrible. For everyone thinking it. Right, Ashley, group, Ashley. Except for one person, which isn't to do with Ashley. I'm gonna put Jim in there for a laugh. Jim with 3 Ashleys. Oh, this is gonna turn out hilarious. Hey. Ashley 1. Oh, we just saw Jim earlier. There's Jim. And the amount of Ashleys that he's got at the moment, oh my goodness me. Oh, I know, nothing but Ashley. There's one. Okay, everyone's Ashley. And this one. For Ashley, this is like a nightmare early on. Right, right, oh god. There's gonna be more Ashleys. More of an Ashley overload. Ashley 1. Ashley 2.
悲しみの続く乱世を終わらせます。力を貸してくださいますね。はい、私のすべてをかけてあなたをお支えします。
Huh. It has me think of another Dynasty Warriors game that allowed to for characters to show up in like some sort of opening scene, and everybody was just in that doing all sorts of crazy shit. Especially if it looked a bit weird when they were on the horse or whatever, and they were just like a bit too small for the saddle. It's kind of like that. Right, back to edit. Right, okay, doesn't need a change. Mr. Rex, Regina, Ashley, Graham, Kevin, Jim, Barry Burton. Oh god, I still need to work on him actually. Barry. I vote Barry Butlins. Crap. Right, Burton. Okay. Okay, so I think it's Brown. Is it Brown? I think it's Brown. Right, okay, so... Red... Right, bottom, I think it's black, I think. Yeah, I think it's black. 6, 7... Right, shoes, Vickers. Right, Brad. Right, Brad Vickers. Okay, so he's got like a yellow shirt. Since his name is basically known as Chicken Heart. uh, right, that works. Right, 7, 8, shoes. Let's see, hair. Yeah, that's not his type of hair. He has this type of hair that's stuck up. Nope. Not his type of hair. You know what? Screw it. Just go with that hair for now. Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan. Okay, Jackie Chan wears a suit. Black suit. Bottoms again, black. Right, bottoms. No, that's pattern. Okay. Shoes. Black. Right, since he's like a karate expert. Right, Andre the Giant. Right, okay, so he's got different hair. He's kind of like got bushy hair, looks like. Something like... I think that's the closest I'm gonna get to his hair, I think. Because his hair actually is frizzled. Right. Right, he wears nothing but black. Does he wear shoes? Can't remember. Oh yeah. Okay. um. Okay, first off, he's got his shirt off, meaning he's not wearing a shirt. Bottoms, it's black. Oh great, another one. And we've got another bottle art. Ah, crap. Can't get rid of it. It's weird how these bots tend to sneak past. Pain in the body ass. Sick of basically messing with it 24/7. Right, armor. He wears boots. Right, okay, right, Sally Acorn. Costume, she... Bad. Thugs. Christ, that's 2 bots now. Oh my Christ, don't they have anything better to do? Hey. It's like their way of thinking, nah, I don't have anything better to do, I think I'll just stalk the hell out of you. They don't want to sleep, for fuck's sake. Well, apparently they should stalk somebody else, like, maybe someone that's bigger in YouTube, maybe, like, people that have, like, thousands of subscribers. Maybe pester them would be better for the bots instead of pestering smaller channels, which is a pain in the ass. Hey. Absolute pain in the ass. It does make you sick, like... Oh, wait, I forgot about the shoes. Whoops. They need a new hobby. Hobby that's to do with something completely different. Right, Barry, Brad, Jackie Chan, Andre, Jim, Kevin, Ashley, Regina, yeah, I've done SBO. Manic, Nemesis, Keita, Putin, Zelensky, done him. Jill, done. Claire, done. If this keeps up, YouTube is going to be ended up with a bunch of angry mobs on them. There's actually a lot of angry mobs on them right now, for the amount of it, especially with YouTube messing with the disabled comment section. That's another one that has the angry mobs on their ass, which I find funny, in other words. Right, group. Ba, ba, bam. Da, 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 da. Oh god. Let's see, something funny. Oh, I know. Nightbots. Since Nightbot is literally drunk right now. Nightbot is now in the game. Right, face. No, face. Okay, pale. You know what? That's not gonna work. How about a light shade of blue? Nightbot in a nutshell, right here. Yay.
So you make.
Making Nightbot. He's just gonna look absolutely hilarious. Oh my. Right, eyes. Let's see, 6. Okay, that's perfect. Right, coloured eyes, white, because, yeah, that works. Right, eyelashes, and, oh my god, I'm just thinking of something funny now. Oh no. Long eyelashes. Wait, what happens if I put it the other way around? Oh, alright, whoops. Oh my god! Oh shit. He's looking a bit more girly now. Oh my lord. Oh god. Okay. That's just looking hilarious. Okay, yeah. I mean, he is a drama queen and he's literally drunk, so... This actually does work on him, though. Let's see, ears, mouth, nose, facial expressions. No. Oh my goodness me. Nightbot is gay. It looks very gay now. Oh, that just looks absolutely hilarious. Let's see. Nope. I don't think Nightbot would wear glasses. Beard, no. Makeup, yes. Oh god. Oh my. I feel like an idiot. Oh god. Blush. He's gonna have plenty of blush. Oh my god, what have I done to him? Let's see, eyeshadow. He's gonna have plenty of eyeshadow because he wants to look nice. I think that colour would work. Oh my. Nightbot is now gay. Oh, I don't want to give him. Nightbot's also a transgender in history. Planet. Yeah. I mean, we didn't say he was transgender on Discord, so he definitely is transgender. Oh my goodness me. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness, oh God's sake. I can't believe what I've done to him. I'm gonna give him that. Perfect. Oh no. Oh, that was soft. Oh god. Head what? No. I think that's better. Oh god. Let's see, done the makeup. Didn't do the arms. Right, shoes. I think that works better. Imagine making that sound like that. Yeah, as a me. Yeah, it would be funny as hell. Oh my goodness me. very girly. Oh no. Let's see, bottom, it literally says take off your clothes. Actually, it would be pretty funny. Screw knife ball. Oh god. Oh no. Everything I add though just keeps getting worse. Perfect. Oh my god. Now, this is what you get when Nightbot is drunk. He dresses up like this constantly every single day, 24/7. Definitely the same thing would basically be. Oh my goodness, mate. Oh no. I say we basically put him in the in a scene for a laugh. Yeah, drunky boy. Right, events, wedding, oh god. Oh, I know, put him as the girl. No, like, it's ready for Fortnite. Yes. Right, first he'll get married, so, oh god. It'd have to be someone pretty funny. I know, Jim. Right, Swan, oh my goodness. It's like a row in the guy. Put Barry, put Brad in the, right, and Kevin. Well, this is gonna turn out funny. So apparently, Nightbot is getting married. He thinks he's a lass. He's getting married in gym.
気恥ずかしいやら嬉しいやらなんとも妙な気分だなお前と結婚できたこと嬉しく思うこれから共に歩んでいこう
He definitely would. Oh god. Oh my goodness me. I can't believe I played a fucking game.
saying. Oh no. Oh my god, I'm a terrible person. I'm a terrible human being. I'm making him suffer. Let's see. No. Oh, I know. My funny scenes with it. Goodness me. Oh my god, this is hard. Oh my god, those clips of him though. Oh my god, they are worth clipping. Oh. Oh. Bloody hell. Oh, I know. Everyone is Nightbots. Oh my goodness. Oh god. Oh. Oh. Okay. That is just the funniest thing ever. Oh, bloody hell. Oh god. Good night, those are stars, and hopefully another bot doesn't appear to wake me up. Hopefully, yeah. Maybe. I could play pests. Hey. Night, okay. Oh, God's sake. Confession, arrow of aid, oh. Oh god, please. Oh my god. Oh god, he's transgender. Oh. I feel bad for Connor right now. Being transgender and all, I kind of feel bad for the guy. Oh my god.
that I put them on group. I think I'm an idiot because I went. I forgot about these lots. Right, Sherry. Let's see. Right, nothing new there. Right, right, Sherry. Sherry. Lovely Sherry. Sweetie Sherry. Sherry. Oh, she's so Sherry. Right, hair. Blonde. Hair. Right, Sherry. Good. Okay. Sweetie Sherry. I hate when I have an itch in my ear. Keep getting that itch. Oh, by the way, just to note, everyone that orders from, anyone that basically tends to order from, like, Ukraine or Russia, don't. Apparently, your order will get cancelled, and you won't receive it whatsoever, so, so, it is for the best not to order from there, even if there's nothing on there. Check where it's coming from, and then if it's coming from Ukraine or Russia, cancel it straight away so that they don't cancel it for you, because that's the problem going right now, just to let you all know. It is not really a good thing when they cancel it for you and you can't do anything about it. They don't warn you, they don't tell you that it's cancelled. They give it more of a late message to say it's cancelled, when they don't tell you straight away what the problems are and such to, you know. So in a way they don't really tell you nothing much. Let's see. So apparently the reason why they would get basically, the orders, if you like, went with Ukraine, they would basically most likely get cancelled. I've got 3 from Ukraine, and basically 2 have been cancelled. One of them I know is going to get cancelled anyway, because it's from the same area. So most likely that's going to get cancelled as well, because again, that's also Ukraine. So I think I'm lucky with 2 apparently, up to now. Because when I lost the Shadow Chow one over it being cancelled, I got a shot to make an order for it, to get it in. So if there's any issues with that, then I'd probably make up on that for something else. If there's something wrong in a way, so yeah, so apparently if you have any issues, just try somewhere that's not, so apparently with the Eclipse Flash, I'm fine because it doesn't say where it's from. It just says dispatching in 8 to 10 weeks, which I'm hoping it comes on time, and doesn't end up like the other ones. Because Best Gifts for You is from Dnipro, Ukraine, dispatches in 3 to 5 weeks, and such, but that one is having problems. So do not order from them up to now. If you're looking at ones from Victoria Arts Crafts, do not go for any from there for now. You would be highly disappointed. So I would recommend trying one that's, trying one that's not to do bad deliveries and such, so yeah. So I reckon there's a lot disappointed right now, because they can't get hold of it, which is a huge shocker right now. I actually do like to check Twitter, see if there's anything going on with the war and such. And if there is stuff to do with the war, then I would know about it. So, so anything related to that, then yep. So as of right now, I'm looking for any information. Okay, that's not important on Twitter. That's not important. That's not important. Okay, that is not important. Gotta be something on here. Oh, okay, let's see, 15 hours ago. This account is so weird, I'm alarmed at how dedicated they are destroying priceless Sonic Orange. Wow, that's still trending. Giving me CWC vibes. Like, this is so chaotic. Wow. That is still trending. Right, right, let's see. Okay, so, who are you as a kid? Wow, this is just, oh wait, let's see, 1 hour ago, stage Russian media, excusing invasion to Ukraine, preventing NATO invasion, desertification and demilitarization, preventing Ukraine attack on Belarus, laboratories with biochemical weapons, they for real start blaming Ukraine for creating coronavirus. What? Okay, nope, wow, they're blaming Ukraine for the virus. When it wasn't even them that created it. You know, deep down, I reckon Russians actually helped to create the virus because, for one, they're connected to China. So Russia and China worked on a virus together to make the coronavirus, it looks like. And that's why we have the virus now. Yep. So, there we have it. They were working together all along. Let's see, 3 hours ago. Day 17, still alive, barely slept this night. Yeah, so, apparently, List Timer is actually the Life is Strange timer countdown person, and this person does live in Ukraine. Person is suffering from, the Russians, and has to flee and such, and is suffering. So, apparently I have been following that tweet. So, I mean, how can the selfish be so bloody selfish? It's just horrible. Absolutely horrible. Don't know why they do it. Seizing power is just never the right way. It's horrible. It could lead to a lot of problems, later down the line and such. Apparently invasion just leads to jail, apparently. Like, even though Putin would be sentenced to 15 years in jail for lying and such, he would most likely be in jail forever, due to the invasion, and such. And that is a big, massive crime. Because if you're invading another country and doing all this shit and hurting civilians and all that shit, it's like he's causing a massive offense to the public, which could put him on a life sentence in jail, because killing that amount of people actually could lead that amount of time in jail forever, meaning you'd be unable to come out, you'd be more in a type of prison that wouldn't allow you to come out whatsoever. I mean, my dad's killer's in jail forever now because he can't stop killing. So that's what will happen to Putin if he doesn't stop killing civilians, and such, in hospitals and such. You could end up like my dad's killer, in prison for life. Except with a bigger problem. It'd be even worse than him. He'd probably have more problems. He would be in a straitjacket, a lot. Everybody would keep an eye on him constantly. making sure he doesn't do anything funny. They would constantly keep an eye on him. And they'd beat him up with bats and such, except he would be like in a different country jail rather than his own, to show how aggressive they can be towards the guy, to show him this is not okay, right, to abuse people. So if you abuse people, we'll beat the shit out of you. So that's what any country would do if he was in that prison. They'd beat the shit out of him because of that. Now, I think he most likely would be in Ukraine jail for some crime, I think, because he did this, and he's going to regret it when he ends up in jail for life. So, he's screwed. Very, very screwed. I mean, it would be pretty funny, though, if he actually did not come out whatsoever. I would be extremely happy not to see him on the news anymore, and he'd be in jail, and everybody would be so happy not to see his ugly face again. That would make everyone happier. Because he is a horrible human being. He doesn't deserve to be president, because everyone just wants peace. Everyone wants to live a normal life. Everyone doesn't want war on their heads. It even affects deliveries and such. Like if you're ordering something and it stops because of that. So there's that. Now, apparently China are on Russia's side at this point, and it's not going well for everyone else. There's not that many that agree due to misconception through news and such. Like, they don't see the real news about civilians getting tortured by Russians, and people just not believing in the war thing, which is wrong, because I think the Chinese have been lied to by the Russians. The Russians are lying to them, saying they didn't start it, the Ukrainians did. That's a lie. Because I've been watching the news, and apparently ever since it started on the news, I felt bad for it, because it's awful. Especially Putin being caught on the news saying these kind of things. Him basically talking about invasion and him lying about certain things that he shouldn't be saying on the news. The more he lies to the public, the more they're gonna hate him. And the more they just want him executed. Now, the execution would be different than it was years ago, because the execution would lead to multiple ways. Head chopped off, arms and legs pulled apart by horses. That was basically one of the execution methods. The Iron Maiden was another torture thing to do with execution. Hanged on a rope, apparently, hanged to death. That's one execution. Shot. Basically, apparently, what they do now is they get the guns out and they just shoot on the spot now, which is one form of execution that they use as a method to get rid of really bad ones that have this killing desire that won't stop killing whatsoever, and have killed thousands and thousands and thousands of people. So what they do is they put a blindfold on the person, and they make them stand against the wall, and a whole line of them get their guns ready at the target, and like this, and they fire at the head. They fire at the head, and then that's the person dead, executed on the spot, because they stand in front of this target on the wall. Apparently, from what I've seen in films, that's how they get executed in modern days. Now, if we had robots around, robots would have more of a method of killing. They would actually use a different sort of method. They would use some sort of electricity to electrocute the person to death, which is one method. Second method could be acid, turning them into nothing but acid, waste, which is one. The other method is setting them on fire by executing them that way, since they don't use the stick thing like they did in the old days, because that was mainly for women in the old days, where they got burned at a stake. They don't do that anymore, so they would just use the flamethrower or whatever. So a robot will probably use a flamethrower to burn the targets, which is one method. Or they would just go straight in, like walk straight up to the target, walked up to them, like either snap their neck so that they die that way, or another way, rip their hand through their chest and pull out their heart. That's another way of killing them. Or they just get them by the head and, like go for the head and then pull basically the brain out of their head, also killing them that way. So Putin should watch what he's doing, because there's a lot of execution methods he might face if he doesn't stop the war. It could lead to death in a way, so he would basically just die in a tragic death. There's lots of other methods they would go with, but some other methods are bad for the environment, like dumping them in like a bag in the ocean or whatever, leaving them to rot, which I think is a bad idea. But unless you actually want to feed him to a shark, that's one way. Because I think feeding him to a shark would mean he'd be out of it, he'd be gone. So if you feed him to a shark, since usually they're probably around the Black Sea somewhere, so if you feed Putin to a shark, the shark would have him for lunch, and he would be completely gone. He wouldn't exist anymore. People would probably forget about him, that he ever existed. There'd be no evidence of him anymore. It would just be completely gone forever, which is something I just want him to be gone completely. I'm sick of Putin. I'm sick of this war thing. I'm sick of him ruining deliveries and such, him ruining lots of people's lives. And as a European from the UK, I support this war at the moment. I feel bad for my relatives in France, which might be one of the targets if Russia continue to go west. They actually could be in danger as well, which basically France is actually close to the UK borders, because it's like a gap between the ocean. Basically, it's Italy next to the ocean, which is basically, the ocean is basically next to the UK, which is basically next to Wales. So them getting over there would mean danger near the UK, meaning the UK would have to get involved because it's dangerous, and it could lead war to the UK as well because the UK are actually very close. Since it's a um, small island in the UK, it's not that bigger than other countries. It's like very small, so bombing a country like the UK would be very, very bad because nobody would have nowhere to go to. It would be hard. So if they attack that way, west, people from Spain and France and such and other part of the country would have to flee towards the UK, which eventually would run out of room, and then when that's run out of room, they would try to flee across water, somewhere safer. And the only problem is they might not like it because they'd end up in a colder situation. They'd probably end up in Greenland, which is basically like up there, like way up there in that direction. So that's kind of like northwest Greenland. It's in a snowy area full of snow. Most people don't like snow, but they would flee there if they had to. Now, apparently, that is basically a bit more closer to the United States of America. So, ones that actually want to get to America, then that's the best bet. For traveling, like, if they basically are after traveling, they'll have to flee to Greenland and then flee to America to end up with a better life because most don't like snow. So apparently, I think the travel probably would be around like 4 hours, I think. 4 hours to Greenland, however, and then a couple more to America, probably 4 hours more. Because America actually is around 8 hours to get there. So I reckon it'd be 4 hours to get to Greenland and then 4 more to get to America. Something like that. So imagine how longer it would take if you had to travel by boat. There's a number of things that could happen if you travel by boat, which is the easier method because you're fleeing a war. So there's a number of scenarios that could happen. You could end up on a tropical island away from the war and first to live civilization on there, but the bad point of it is you could end up with cannibals on the island, which could be a bad thing because cannibals usually kill people. But I'm thinking not every island has cannibals on it. So there's that. Apparently, I mean, there is some that you could try to, you know, like, try to look like them, those cannibals in a way, like, try to look like them, act like them, and not actually eat like them, meaning you could try to avoid what they're doing, or if you were on a tropical island, that would mean you'd be forced to speak that language, which is pretty much bad because they are murderers apparently. But it's the best thing you can do at this point. If the war does get out of hand and you're forced to flee country, then your best bet is to flee to a country that doesn't have any war. At that point, and it's away from the war zone. So that's your only intentions, but the only problem is you could be suffering for food, water, and so on. Meaning you could be struggling on supplies, probably medication and stuff like that. Struggling to survive that. Which is very upsetting because you'd end up with no home. So most of the time you'd be forced on a boat, I think. Forced to live on a boat, forced to do fishing to keep you alive. Now, I think surviving on a boat would be better because if you've got a barbecue, apparently set or whatever on your boat, and you actually light up a barbecue, apparently to cook fish, I think that's your best bet if you were traveling, aboard to Greenland. That would be the only way. Um, but you'd have to keep an eye out for icebergs, because there's tiny chunks of it now, and it's that small you can probably damage your boat, which you'd have to keep an eye out for. Like if you're traveling by night, you'd have to keep a close eye out, close eye on the ocean, and see what's actually happening. So you'd have to like navigate slowly toward, basically around it, until you actually get past that, and then you end up in Greenland, and then stay there for a while to rest up, and then you take your move again to America, and then boom, then you're somewhere better. You have a lot more to live for. You can do a lot more. You can live in an area that you'd really want to live in, and it probably would be better off. Now, so, for example, war did reach France, Spain, and the UK, and it actually did start bombing the UK, and people were fleeing away from home. I'd have no choice but to flee towards Greenland, and then flee to America, which I probably might have a better life in America because I'm addicted to Sonic merch. And they have a ton of Sonic merch in America, which would make me happy and such. They would have a lot of stuff that I'd like. Uh, so I think the place I probably might live is, since I wouldn't really have a life anymore, I would probably live on a horse ranch, I think, which could be a bit better for me. Since we wouldn't be able to like afford a place, because it'd be a lot of money, because you've got the tax and such. So I'd probably have to live on a horse ranch. I wouldn't be able to live anywhere else. If that happened, meaning I'd have to give up a lot. Plus, I'd have a dog. With me. The dog would probably suffer. There's a lot of things that can happen with dogs. They can get like rabies and such, which is pretty much bad for a dog, because once you get rabies, they can turn on you, and such. So I roughly don't know how my dog would be able to put up with the cold, because she already is old and she does get cold in weather and such. So um, so apparently, I think when she gets to America, she probably would be happier, I think, and stuff like that. I am terrified that Putin actually won't stop. With this war, I won't stop invading. He'll try to blame it on more of the, more people, apparently, near the Ukraine or whatever. He'll blame it on a bunch of continents that would get in his way. He would keep invading, and then everybody would have no chance. Basically, everyone would have to step in. By the time it does keep invading, meaning everybody would have to step in and fight him off. Meaning they'd have to fight him. Meaning it would be like a full-on World War III. So everyone that basically is against Putin actually would be like, nope, you're not invading any more land. Like, take Dynasty Warriors 9 for example. That's kind of like the same, but in the old ages, with the Dynasty age. Apparently, it's kind of similar because they invade each other. It's actually similar because, like, in different continents of the planet, apparently, like, in the same country, they invade each other. So it's kind of like the same with what's happening with Russia and Ukraine. Russia actually invading Ukraine more and more. So it's basically similar to what happens with Dynasty Warriors. They invade each other for power, um, which is pretty much a bad move because usually most people, take Dynasty for example, most people in Dynasty respect people. They don't fight. They don't really want to fight. So they ally with other kingdoms to stop a war that's trying to invade other areas. So there's that. So apparently there is one person that doesn't like war, and he's uh, so apparently there is a person that doesn't like war, and he's called Zhang Jiao. He's a magic user, and he just wants peace upon his people. It's kind of like the same with all the other continents. They just want peace, and Russia thinks that invading is the right answer, and it's not. It leads to a lot of problems, which I'm going to mention. Pets. Pets is one. They're going to be most affected, especially wild animals. They're going to die, most likely. I feel bad for them. Especially birds that hang around in nests. They would feel it. Hedgehogs, and such. Endangered species is another one that could lead to extinction if they are bombed a lot, because there probably is a lot of rare animals out there that are getting targeted, and they shouldn't be targeted by this war. Um, so it's clearly horrible what they're actually doing, and I wish they did not. I wish they actually did not do it. It just wouldn't lead in the right direction. So every time I see something to do with the war, I actually feel bad for them and all. I also hope that you know. So um. So apparently, if you put in War in Ukraine on Twitter, you come up with a bunch of stuff leading to a lot of like Putin issues. Yeah, so everyone literally shows what is happening and such, like video footage on what he's actually doing. Uh, um, right, let's see. Right, so apparently 2 minutes ago, Baz Van Lee Wayne put Putin is a child murderer, which I agree on. He lets the army shoot at civilians. Bring him to trial. No use to kill civilians. Yeah, so the way he's saying it, he's actually also put hashtag asshole Putin, hashtag war in Ukraine. So Putin is an asshole. He's killing children, he's killing women, he's killing everybody, and he should not. Which is wrong. He shouldn't be killing anybody. He just lets his military kill people. It's not nice because he thinks most of them are actually Nazis, which is not really a nice word to the Ukrainians and whatever word, because not everybody is. Well, not everybody is a Nazi in a way. Everyone is basically different culture. People have like different paths on where they came from. Like some could be from France, some from America, some from like Germany and so on. Meaning they're all those certain country ones. Meaning they were born in a certain country and that's what they are. Kind of like you've got some Chinese in Ukraine, some Japan ones and such. Meaning if they actually travel from there and to live there, they're actually classed in that country as whatever they are, apparently. So it is pretty awful to witness all these things go on between people, because Putin will end up putting more and more at risk. People will eventually leak out a bunch of information to the people that live in Russia, and then send a bunch of footage to the ones in China to convince them that Putin is lying to everybody. He's turning it into a war zone where he wants everybody against him. The way it's going right now, it's like he wants China on his side to fight them. Apparently the boss of China actually mentioned he would have to fight alongside Putin, which is a bad move because he sees us as the enemy, thinking that we're attacking Russia and we're not. Thinking they're attacking Russia apparently, and they're clearly not. So, and then he also thinks that every other country is bad because we're with Ukraine on this, and apparently we just see him as the enemy because everyone's fighting together. We want a peaceful nation. We don't want any war. We just want peace. We just want to live in harmony. We just want to. We just don't want to be bombed or anything like that. We just want to live our normal lives to the fullest. So I actually do feel that even though this war is going on, if I survive this one, most likely, I'd probably be in another war, years later, meaning that next war could be a robotic war, in that timeline, so they'd probably bring in the robots after the, Putin invasion or whatever, something like that, like after they, throw him out, and after that, they'd probably bring in the robots or something as security measures, and then use them in a way to restore order to the nation. So then there would be a robotic war, which I think I could actually be alive during that, but probably older. So I think they will go mental in the end, the robots eventually turning on their masters and end up going absolutely nuts. So people would have to be first to fight that robotic war, meaning it could lead to the end, possibly, of the human race or something, unless most of them survive and they're able to fight back against these robots. But that basically depends on how people actually treat robots. Like, if they do it correctly and it doesn't fuck up, then the robots could be in a safe thing or whatever, like able to do all these jobs that the people are sick of doing. Having a shop that's open 24/7, 24/7 hours a day, night. So it could be open all day long, and you just walk straight in and get your thing or whatever, like stuff like that. Like robots be able to run 24/7, every single day. Um, Able to do shops, game shops, hospitals, and all that shit. Which people do get knackered because they do say there's not enough staff. So I think when robots become a big thing and they're doing all the work for these human beings, it could lead to something better, because then they're because that's why robots would be made, to replace humans in the end, so that when humans are all gone, the robots would eventually pretend to be human beings after everyone's gone. Uh, so, in a way, it'd be like, like we were never dead in the first place. So that's what the robots will do, because they'll be doing with cloning and stuff like that, and memories and all sorts into their programming. So that's another thing. Let's see. Oh god. Okay, so there's more news about Ukraine. People in Lugansk district are under constant rocket attacks. Russian literally, gosh, oh god, I can't read that. They don't have electricity, gas, food in markets is sold, and there's no possibility to deliver humanitarian help. Oh god. This is clearly awful. It's horrible. Right, apparently there's nothing else. Wow. Yeah, so apparently I'm going to have my dinner early. So um so apparently I either might stream later or I might not. Since I probably might be on Legends Arceus again, because I mostly am on Legends Arceus doing my own thing and such. So if I'm actually on that, then I might not stream on here for a while. Because basically I tend to not stream as much because I'm always on the other game, messing around because due to boredom. So apparently what I do on Legends Arceus, I mess around, catching shiny and alpha Pokemon. So apparently I am getting close to catching, apparently. So I've got a lot to do, especially shinies. Shinies gonna take me absolutely ages. Possibly, depending on how many I catch. So yeah, so if I do feel like streaming on this again, feel like streaming at a certain day or whatever, and you happen to catch me on there, feel free to join, to say hi and such, and if you're a moderator and you see bots, Always keep an eye out for them because they're annoying. Up to now, I've had 2 bots in the live stream, and apparently a couple of them have been banned, and one of them was pretty funny because that one bot kept getting timed out, which was hilarious. Yeah, so if you see any of those bots on the live stream and you're actually watching, or when you're actually a moderator, feel free to get rid of them. Like get rid of that message and such, and get them a timeout until I'm actually, and basically have them removed completely and unable to actually message anymore. So yeah. So probably catch you whenever next time on, um, and and apparently is the last message to everyone in Ukraine. Stay safe. Hope you're doing well. And such. Hope you're thriving somehow. Hope you're actually still fighting for like your country and stuff like that. Hope you win your country back against Russia. Also hope you actually do end up getting Putin to surrender and being put in jail for his actions. So apparently, yeah, stay safe out